What's up, you guys? It's your girl Spirit the Mogul. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time, if not, thank you and welcome back. But real quick, I want to talk to you guys about how the law of attraction works. Right now, in my last video, I believe I talked about, how the veil is being lifted and how we're all starting to realize that there are certain things put in place, obstacles and people, etc., that are dominating this reality right now. But we have to stop and think, like, why are these people dominating? Is there something that they know that we don't know? Or are we just choosing to be blind to what's going on and living our lives the way we live it because it just seems safer to, run that rat race? So here's the thing, right? Hopefully my last video wasn't too depressing because that's not where I was trying to go with it. Really what I'm trying to get to is we all have the opportunity to tap into the reality that we want to live in. There are literally a million different realities going on at the same time, and we have the ability to get on the frequency of the reality that we want to experience and move away from the one that we don't. Okay? Now, this is going to take a lot of inner work. It's going to take a lot of mental fortitude. And you're also going to have to get to a place where there are going to be some habits that you're going to have to get rid of in order to gain this mental clarity. Now, for example, for me, I am currently still doing a lot of purging. So, I quit smoking weed. I just recently started doing this cleanse to help pull the toxins out of my body. And I feel really good right now. I've changed some of my eating habits. I've started to exercise a lot more on a regular basis, right? There are certain things that I don't consume anymore, such as I stopped drinking sodas a few months ago. So I'm definitely feeling like I'm purging right now, right? I'm purging. I'm getting rid of anything that I felt was weighing me down and keeping me from being my best self. Even though it may have looked like to a lot of other people, yo, you're doing awesome, you're doing amazing, you're achieving this, this, and that. The thing is that I knew personally I could do even better, right? I knew that if I were to get rid of certain habits and certain things that I felt attached to in my life, I could go 1,000 times harder, right? And so now I'm in that state of being rejuvenated, in that state of feeling refreshed, renewed, and recharged. And you can get to this place too, okay? Now, again, going back to the inner work, it's going to take some time, number one, okay? It's not going to happen overnight. A lot of people are wondering, why am I not manifesting what I want? Why am I not attracting what I want? Why am I not getting what I want? Well, the answer is simple. You're focused too much on that thing rather than letting go of the results and just embracing the process. So for me, I'm embracing the process, right? I'm doing the cleansing, I'm doing the work, I'm meditating more, I'm doing what I need to do to make sure that I'm working towards becoming my best self, and I'm absolutely loving and embracing the process. Now, of course, I have an end goal in mind, but I'm no longer worried about how I'm going to get there. I'm no longer worried about the details of how I'm going to make things happen. Now, of course, I'm doing my part as much as I can, and I'm putting myself in a position to co-create with the universe, as far as being more intuitive with my journey and just listening to what feels right. So quitting a lot of these things at this point in my life just felt right, okay? And so this is where you have to come to a period of, again, isolation. And you have to start to listen to yourself more than anyone else around you. So if you are, for example, you're around friends, they offer you some weed, and deep down you're done with weed or you're wanting to at least take a break from it, listen to yourself. You know what I mean? Do not give in to peer pressure, okay? Because then once you smoke the weed, the next day you're going to feel terrible, or even a few hours later, you're going to feel terrible. And is feeling like that really worth the peer pressure that you just gave into, right? Is your growth, is sacrificing your growth for another day really worth a few hits of the blunt? You know what I mean? So you have to ask yourself questions like this, and you have to take the time to evaluate where you want to go and what you're going to have to sacrifice to get there. Okay? So that internal work, the internal nudges that you get, the intuition, the intuitive messages, this is what you're going to have to start tapping into. Okay? And there's so many great audios on YouTube on how to help reprogram your mind and how to put you in that mindset of really working on your internal and your subconscious mind. Okay, because your conscious mind is very easily influenced by what's going on, but your subconscious, it knows more so what you truly believe. And so that's going to be the hard part, right? So you can't fake the funk when it comes to the subconscious mind, because the subconscious knows what you really believe and who you really are. Okay, so that's why people focus so much on the subconscious, because that's really what's running the show. Okay, so you have to get to a place where you're willing to go out of your way to be the best version of you that you can be. All right, it's going to take some time. It's going to take work. Now, once you get to this place, what you're going to start to see is that people, certain situations are going to start to fall away that no longer serve a purpose on the journey that you're on. Because the journey that you're on is starting to move to a higher dimension. Okay, you're starting to walk on the path of enlightenment and ascension. And that's where you want to be. All right. So yes, even though you see through the matrix, through the veil of what's going on, you still know that, okay, sure, that's going on, but how can I create a reality in which none of that stuff affects me? Because at the end of the day, I'm living my own reality. I'm creating my own world. And in my world, none of that stuff bothers me. Okay, none of the stuff outside of me can affect my circumstances, because I'm creating my own circumstances. Okay, so once you get to this place, you're in a position of power that nobody can touch. Okay, so I want you guys to work on your mindset and understand that if you want to create your reality, it starts with the inner work. The inner will be reflected in the outer. Okay, so I love you guys. If you have any questions, we're going to talk more about this in the next video, but if you have any questions, let me know. Feel free to comment, share, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. I love you. Talk to you soon. Peace.